du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten
Hey, was that the yo? Did Corey Marks today Instagram Live? Remember, I think it's 4 or 5 o'clock. I retweeted it. By the way, I have COVID. I have it ever since I smoked two huge cigars last night. Got sick to my stomach and threw up. Ever since then, my throat's been a little.
You threw up.
Is that this is a very niggardly attempt to take over what we have striven for decades. How's that? Pretty?
It's a very short way to the N word, Geno.
Yeah. I don't mind. All right, I'm done. Back to you, Aaron. What were you saying?
Good. You were mentioning that the Jews smell bad. Well, we've got a cure for that now. Thank God we have a lovely sponsor that will help get rid of the smell.
Garrett, is he Skyping Steve Conti 14? Well, I got him. I got a little jab in there.
Steve Conti to God.
This is not an opinion. By the way, I was reading the ruling. You know what I was reading, Garrett? I was reading the ruling of the U.S. Supreme Court shortly after the Civil War in Milligan, Ex parte Milligan. Not to be confused with the Mulligans, which I'm probably going to have one of them, Garrett.
I already don't know what you're talking about.
That neither the legislature nor any executive or judicial officer may disregard the provisions of the Constitution in case of an emergency. That's it.
Crazy, Geno.
Oh, hi. I just saw the third word. Hey, do you smell bad? Let me say this, not bad enough. That's why you need Rapinda brand odorant. High quality, no stink odorant. It's made of only the finest ingredients such as curry, cumin, garlic, chilies, ginger, durian, all things that absolutely stink. Onions, masala, don't know what that is. Paprika, cow piss. Doesn't the cow piss make it all? Turmeric and coriander and many more delicious ingredients. Rapinda brand, high quality, no stink, heavy duty odorant. Does he understand odorant means? Okay, never mind. Rapinda brand, high quality, no stink, heavy duty odorant is guaranteed to turn heads. Our world famous, eye watering and rage inducing curry flavored. Are you eating it? Why would it be flavored? You don't flavor. Curry flavored scent will certainly make people question why the fuck they ever got in your fucking rickshaw, taxi, bus, Uber, Lyft, or subway car. Rapinda brand, heavy duty odorant, so overpowering you can taste it. Oh, that's why. That's right. But don't take my word for it, and don't take my third word. Take it from my good friend Rapesh, aka who now is on Twitter at SteveConti36. Tell him, Rapesh.
It's actually Steve Conti 11.
Whatever.
Yes, you must buy heavy duty deodorant.
Right.
For best smell armpit, you have number one today.
Now let me interrupt right there. Why do you
cow
want to make...
piece? I'm sorry, Gene. What you say?
Why? It seems to me like you're putting this on to make yourself stink more.
No, you see, we have an inherent smell that is so bad that people will take, cow piss and shit over my smell.
Oh.
You don't understand because you don't work Gateway Computer Customer Service all day, sitting in chair, smelling.
So you're saying you literally would rather wallow in curry, cumin, garlic, chilies, ginger, durian, onions, masala, paprika, calpis, turmeric, and coriander than smell like the stinky person you wake up as every day?
That is correct, Gene. I'll take all that over shit.
What are some of the things people say when they get in your rickshaw, taxi, bus, Uber, Lyft, or subway car before you wore Rapinda brand odorant?
They say, oh, there is an odor in here. And I say, yes, I'm wearing odorant.
So you're saying you see the difference?
You can smell the difference, Gene.
Garrett, you work side by side with Rapesh. You tell me what you're seeing since he switched to Rapinda brand odorant.
You know when you were in 8th grade and you made friends with that kid Sanal and he was Indian, he was a little different and he was cool though, and then you went to his house, you were like, what the fuck is this smell in every room?
Yeah.
And you're like, you live in this smell? Where is this smell even coming from? Now it's right next to me every day.
Every day. There you go. That's Rapinda brand odorant, no stink, heavy duty. How's it odorant, no stink? Tell him, Aaron.
It's pronounced heavy dew deodorant. There you have it. So it's an odorant, but it's pronounced heavy dew deodorant.
Heavy duty odorant. I guess I get that, but then why at the top does it just say Rapinda brand odorant?
Well, because Indian people smell so bad that this worse smell makes them smell better than their natural.
Yeah, I realized that the Rapesh made it so clear to me. I can't wait to tweet that clip to my friend Steve Conti 45.
Not all Indian people smell bad. There are 2 that smell okay.
Who?
Suba.
I was gonna guess her.
Raj Mahal doesn't smell bad.
Have you ever fucked an Indian girl?
I never fucked Raj. Yes, she smelled.
Really? I never fucked an Indian girl.
Actually, just her mouth mostly. It was when I was about 18, 19. 17. Me and my friend Ted would take girls to his parents' condo, which was an hour and a half outside the city.
Right.
And we'd go up there and have these fuck weekends. And this one girl would just blow me nonstop because she didn't want to have sex.
Right.
My dick sore. She blew me so much. You ever have that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Once I was on a ski trip and I picked up some chick named Mare, and then we went back to that fucking ski vacation a month later, and she just kept blowing me. But then when I went to fucking get her naked, she wouldn't let me. I think she might have been a dude. Well, what are you gonna do? By the way, remember yesterday, Aaron, when
so just back up just a second.
excuse me?
You just kind of said that a guy.
I said that this girl, I blew her, and then I went back and she kept blowing me, and every time I tried to take her clothes off, she would say no, and she would just blow me again, and she might have been a dude. Did you see this story? Right.
Can you back up real quick? So it's like you were trying to take his underwear off, and the erection.
Now you're just going right over. You kept saying his underwear a lot. I find it sexy when women wear men's underwear and say, "Don't touch that." I find that very sexy, erotic, if you will.
Hey, I'm not judging you. It's okay, but you got a toothy blowjob from a man, is what it sounds like.
That's basically what I'm saying. By the way, off the record.
Okay, well, then it's off the record. Have it your way.
By the way, remember yesterday that woman that claimed to have be to be carrying Rapinda's love child?
Yes.
I think, remember how she got an abortion when Rapinda may or may not have shown up, shot her once in that, and the baby 5 times so there would be no witnesses?
Yes, you and I giggled about this numerous times on the phone last night.
Because I don't know how you can explain to an Indian entrepreneur who's jacked and not thinking logically and rationally that, a 6-month-old fetus can't see or hear anything.
But okay. I get his side of it.
What's that?
I get his side of it.
There you go. Oh.
Are you talking shit about me, Mr. Berg?
Nope. How are you?
Me, baby, remember? Summer of 69?
I think it was a bit later than that. I think it was
No. You just got your first new 6-string.
I thought Figs was dead. Wow.
How are you, Julianne?
That's her name, Julianne?
I'm doing so good. I'm doing so
You're actually doing
good.
so well, Julianne. You're doing so well.
Who is this grammar Nazi? Suck a dick. Not talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to my ex-boyfriend.
Okay, go on.
I'm doing pretty good, unfortunately, I ran out of razors. But
I'd like to bring
that,
this up, Dean. Off the record.
Sure.
Biggs reached out to me last night and said he wanted to be part of the show, but I thought it was going to be better than this. So, off the record, you could just hang up on him and let him have
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me hold on 1 second, Indian woman who may. Now, as proud as I am of you, Aaron, for knowing to say off the record ahead of the statement, so it is off the record. You also want to say off the record when you're talking to the reporter and not the very person you're talking badly about. Do you understand? So you would say this.
I do understand off the record.
Okay, so try it again.
Mike Figs is not doing well with this character.
I don't stink. You stink. You stink, white bastard. I don't stink.
By the way,
You stink.
Indian accent is good in small doses.
Right.
When Rakesh does it, Rapinda does it. We don't need one of these hairy fucking lib bitches popping up, talking smack to us.
did anyone see me look at 20 minutes trying to figure out which guy was talking like that before I finally realized it was?
Hang up.
All right, thanks so
No,
much.
you motherfucker.
Now, he did have a good idea. That was he was going to call in as Sebastian in quarantine.
Well, then why?
That would be interesting. He's never done this Sebastian character before.
Right, that new, and I'm sure we haven't heard the last of him. I'm sure we have not. Oh,
Thought it'd be a good idea. He misses us very clearly.
the guy's great.
Good news. Hang on, I got to cover some business.
All right.
The Patreon hats have been ordered. So everybody that
Ladies and gentlemen, look. I wonder if that was the last time Mikey Figs was on. I would not doubt it. He got very upset when we bust his balls about characters. I don't know why. I have no problem with Figs, and I can assure you, from all I've heard, he has no problems with us. But that was like when he's like, well, why are they being mean? It's like, well, we were always mean. You know, we always busted people's balls about characters. But then I think he said, like, we loved his Bill Cosby, and we loved his, Angry Joe Mackey. We did. Now, how long we do the show today? I'm sorry. I don't know if that's up to you or me. It ain't up to Keanu because Keanu was not feeling well. She even ended her show early. She's fine. No one freak out. It's not that big a bruise. It's a joke. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? So it's just me. This guy's not going to say anything. Albert Breer won't pop up. I almost did it from the fucking chair and the camera, but I'm like, no, because this is what you've come to expand. And who knows? Who fucking knows? So again, that's the way that went. So I'm just going to fly blind until I get bored or you guys get bored, and then we'll be like, the fuck. But see, I'm going to be looking here a lot and not seeing shit, so whatever. And I guess we'll just go to Frankie. But I mean, that's it. I don't really know how to do. It's funny because it's like I really don't. I mean, we give you a ton of content here at Shay Gianu or Geeky Lou Studios, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Mr. Faversham, it is not morning sickness. That would be funny. She got mid-afternoon sickness. She looked at me. She's like, I'm sick of this. And she left, stormed out. Kidding. She came back with empanadas. She's good. So I mean, I guess it'll just be a COVID-heavy show. I mean, what do you expect? A buddy of mine, not even a buddy of mine, a buddy of yours, Max Load, sent me something that said, I have a class tonight too. Max Load sent me something that said like, only 30% of us, like 30% of the world stood up to the bullshit lie that it was. And there's so you know what? Let's talk about the karma train, okay? Because I'm going to show a 3-minute interview again. Because if you're one of the, just don't be on the show, but just walk in front of the screen. That's good. If you're one of the fucking 12 people watching me on YouTube, and you're wondering why you can't rumble rant me, you can rumble rant me. If you're one of the 12 people watching on YouTube and wondering why there's only 12 when there used to be about 100, which again is nothing, it's because of this woman that I'm about to show you. It's because of fucking YouTube that knows this is when the world, I'm sorry, this is what you get. Blame Keanu. I love my way. This is what you get. 30% of the world didn't go along with it. And now imagine, and then we'll get to this clip, but imagine people, and I'm not going to be good with the comments. Oh, maybe the rumble rants if they're any, but don't worry. Imagine like if fucking like 3 years after the Holocaust, excuse me, I forgot the air quotes, on Hitler's birthday, no less, Heil birthday. Imagine if 3 years after the World War II was, they're like, what? Let it go. Let it go. We were wrong. Like Hillary Clinton did with Benghazi. Imagine people like, what? And imagine if they were saying, no, it was still the right thing. No, the fucking camps worked. They worked. Any news you heard about them not working was fake news. Imagine, but again, because you don't get, they did. They killed millions and they're still killing them. And again, this is why there's a dozen people watching on YouTube, 17. We're setting records. I guess we're setting records because Chad had to fucking cut his show short because Kevin Brennan is live now, which can only help me. Because believe you me, if you even know who Kevin Brennan is, then you're obviously sick of his shit for you to be here, because that's all they do. I'm talking about what's going on in today's world, today's day and age. NFL draft coming up Thursday, so we'll make it up for you Thursday. Thursday is going to be a free-for-all. Thursday night, I would argue, Thursday night, with the exception of bonus loads, which is Friday, and it's always a free-for-all to end the week, Thursday night's going to be fucking insane. Thursday night's the NFL draft. I got my boy Mr. White's going to be in here. Yeah, shout out Russ Williams. It is 420. The Chargers do not suck until the postseason, Paul. I wish they sucked sometimes, and I used to have this conversation, and thank you for watching on X, my man. I used to have this conversation with Garrett all the time. Would you rather be a Jets fan? And I think it's going to happen again this year. They're a disgrace. I'm like, would you rather be a Jets fan and go into the season knowing every game is going to be a disaster? Maybe you get a couple wins. Or would you rather be a Charger fan and have them constantly get your hopes up just to crush you? Which is why the Chargers are great. Unless it was fucking January, then I would say the Chargers suck. That's usually when they suck. Thursday's going to be historic for you, Joey, because you finally have what I think is a head coach that can change the culture of the clubhouse of the Oakland Raiders, who play in Las Vegas now, that got fucked the minute they beat the Chargers, who suck. Thank you, Paulie. In a de facto playoff game where if they both tied, they would have been fine, and they fired Bisaccia. The same year, they fucking lost John Gruden to bullshit fucking email charges, for lack of a better word. And then they brought in Lane Kiffin, and they never had the respect of the clubhouse again after that, to quote a famous moron. So, yeah. So it'll be off the hook this Thursday. Shout out, Paul. I love that you're commenting on Twitter. Jets and Giants, Kings of April. Be on suicide watch by Yom Kippur. I don't even but it's true. And Joey Dago, we talked about that ad infinitum, which I know it's not the right word, but we have. Like, this is the things I say about the NFL. Like, there are times you say shit. And this was one of those things that I'm talking with Joey Dago, who's a huge Raiders fan. And I'm like, look, I'm not pretending to be a GM. I'm not pretending to be an owner of an NFL team. But am I stupid, or is that the dumbest thing you can do for team cohesion, for to win over the clubhouse? Just bring in a guy who did nothing after a guy, and he said, yeah. And I said, yeah. And then we watched every season as the Raiders, no disrespect, Joey Dago, suck. And it would be January when the Chargers would suck, and we'd be like, yeah, that's what you got. That's what you got. You don't have to be like, so much stuff is common sense, which brings me back to why there are only, well, a lack of talent too. But there's 18 people watching on YouTube. Wow, blowing up. The YouTube numbers are fucking blowing up. I feel like I'm doing a shitty telethon. Because I was one of the 30% that pushed back against COVID. And they're like, no, you can't do that. So this dumb bitch who, again, like, imagine you are a business person, okay? You're a business person, and you're a multimillionaire who works your way up the ranks of a fledgling corporation. Well, it wasn't them, but YouTube. Like, you are in YouTube. Now, I had people say this to me. I had many comics say this to me. I lost some friends over it. I'll never forget one, although I did see him at the governor's party and gave him a hug. And he's like, I didn't know my friend Geno was a doctor. How does it make me a doctor when I say I read a thing that says vitamin D is really good for you? That doesn't make me a doctor. That makes me a guy who reads and has an opinion, okay? And when I ask you, that doesn't make me an expert either. That makes me a guy who has an opinion, who fucking can do some critical thinking and say, like, it does make sense that we existed 500 million years before Dr. Fauci was even born. before they had the letters, any letters, let alone CDC or FDA or WHO. We existed and we came to thrive so much that a lot of people think that we've overthriven. And there's too many of us. So we need to reduce the population through some kind of means. Why don't we get rid of the old people? But I didn't say don't get vaccinated. I didn't say you get vaccinated. That's something a medical expert would say. If someone came up to me and said, Geno, you need to get the vaccine, it will save your life, I would say, I said, what? I would say, why? And if they just said, well, you need to, I'd be like, are you a doctor? But if someone comes up to you and says, I don't think you need the vaccine, I don't like that it's mandated, I think a lot of this, and this is before you even knew the vaccine may be dangerous. Okay. But when you say things like, well, I don't need it because I think my immune system's strong enough. And what I'm reading is most of the people that are dying. Whoa! I didn't say, hey, at my clinic, I'm losing a lot of elderly people. At my clinic, a lot of the Alzheimer's patients are, no. But when you have some dumb bitch, who again, fucking, what do you call, like, and because they're a woman, if you want to insult someone who happens to be a woman and has no medical training whatsoever, but will shut you up for asking questions, not fucking making demands, not going on and saying, no one get the vaccine, it's poison. I never said that once. Not for going on and saying, everyone get vaccinated, it should be a law. No. Although it should be a law, it's fine. Just a woman that's like, no, you can't say that. Well, let's listen. And again, this is the point. When I was saying it, when 30% of us, again, Geno was right along with 30% of the people. And I've had it with people be like, Geno, you weren't the only one who said it. I know. But the reason we kept saying Geno was right was because it was on the set of In Hot Water. And Aaron didn't fucking agree with me on a lot of stuff. And the more I was proven right, the more it gave our viewers, many who still reach out to me, 3 this month, I'm kidding, who still reach out to me and said, thanks for the card. Thanks for the Vax card so I can see. Thanks for fucking talking me and my son out of it. You think my brother, I don't even want to get fucking, like, you think there aren't parents everywhere that worry about their children that got vaccinated? You think? I don't worry about my child because my wife got the saline. How do you know I got it? That's why you got COVID, honey. You were in a place where nothing but sick people went, and you had to get it. Never got it again. Kiana, you ever get it again? No. You ever get COVID again? How many times? I love that. I do. Yeah, it's because someone said that to me once. You ever have COVID? I said no. I said to my buddy, like, you ever get COVID? He's like, well, how would I know? And I'm like, you're right. I never tested positive for COVID. Okay. Yeah. How are you alive then? And you got vaccinated. I'm telling you. But again, this is what goes on. And and if you have a problem with this, blame Joey Dago, who sent me the article today about some actor, 57, my age, dropped dead, heart attack, out of the blue. I like to go and look at these actors and see what they were doing in 2020, 2021. He was working. He was working in 2020 and 2021. The same time Ethan Hirschenfeld was getting dressed down by God forgive me, Garrett, saying, what did he call him? A preposterous asshole. The same time my boy Bronson Jones was wearing a mask and fucking needed a gig. And he's like, I just go on set and tell everyone to wear a mask. And don't get me wrong, he was another. At the same time, I was going to clubs and they're like, you need a Vax card. And I'm like, I'm not going here. And I probably could have. Yeah. So again, this is what you get. But now, what do you call a woman who uses her position of power for and uses it and takes money from people, is in league with the butcher? I think you're in league with the butcher. That's a line from the end of Breakfast at Tiffany's. Let's listen to this. Tell you what, let's take 3 minutes and you tell me what you would call this young lady. Here we go. Boop. All right. Play.
When it comes to vaccines, vaccine hesitancy, videos that cause a public health risk, where do you want to see YouTube do better?
Well, first of all, we've taken responsibility very seriously. It's been one of my top priorities. And with regard to COVID, and
let me make sure you heard the question because I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm going back. Deal with it, people. When it comes to vaccines, here we go.
Vaccines, vaccine hesitancy, videos that cause a public health risk. Where do you want to see YouTube do better?
Well, first of all,
Okay, so you already get this fucking cunt on the left. Vaccine hesitancy, and then she says videos that cause a public health risk. If you don't get that they were trying to poison us, again, Keanu needed the day off. This is what you get. Blame Joey Dago. He sent me the video. It's like, yeah, but we can all laugh about it now. Why isn't this light on? I'm such a bad professional. There you go. How much prettier do I look now, people? That doesn't. Again, maybe COVID did break me, or maybe it didn't break anyone else enough when they hear someone in the news sit down and say, it causes vaccine hesitancy. Hesitancy, one of those big words they use, like, when do you hesitate? When you want to be careful, when you're not sure about the safety of something, when you're not sure if you're about to make the right decision, you hesitate to think. But this is them criminalizing vaccine hesitancy, and then what's the next order? Anything that's a risk to public health. Here we go. Let's listen to this bitch, and listen well, because she's fucking dead. Thank God.
We've taken responsibility very seriously. It's been one of my top priorities, and with regard to COVID and with regard to vaccines, that has been a top priority for us. And we have a number of different ways that we address that. So first of all, we want to make sure that if there's information that violates our policies, we came up with 10 different policies around COVID. Then if that's a violation of policies, then that's something that we'll remove. We removed over 1 million videos associated with COVID.
Bragging. She removed over 1 million videos. Make sure you look at how healthy this woman looks right here. Okay? Make sure you get a good look at how healthy this woman by the name of Susan Wojcicki, who cares if I'm saying it right, make sure you get a good look at how healthy this fucking woman looks here, okay? Because in 2 years, she's dead. 2 years. Because she fucking wanted to do right by the Fuhrer. No better day than Hitler's fucking birthday than to talk. And now she's going to reference fucking the administration, who she fucking listened to. She was just following orders, people.
But we also want to make sure that we're raising up information that we think that come from trusted and authoritative sources. And we've really been able to do that.
Is there any lessons, though, that you learned, or lessons that you're still learning from the COVID era? Because I think a lot of people, they say YouTube's not doing enough, How do you respond to that?
Yeah.
I don't know who this bitch is.
First of all, we're always learning. Just to be fair, we're always thinking about how can we do better. We're looking at the feedback and working with public experts across the board. And
look at that.
I think
get vaccinated, even if you've had, this is the World Health Organization. People wearing masks with a sign, get vaccinated, even if you had COVID-19. Okay. So again, this is like, yeah, anyone that looks at this and says, yeah, that was just a mistake. That is not a mistake. They made up a word called super immunity. And it always reminds me of Wile E. Coyote saying super genius, which was also stupid. And they're like, look, if you got COVID, but you get vaccinated, you'll get super immunity, which is just a lie upon a lie when they later admitted they knew it did nothing to prevent it. Nothing to prevent the spread. And they said super immunity, which was incredible bullshit. Let's go back to this woman. And I'm sorry I'm enjoying this video because I know this woman is dead. I wonder how she died. We'll get to that.
One of the big things for us is to continue to work with public health experts to understand, what are the ways that we can partner with them to get their messages across. And I really believe that is something that's really changed is the evolution.
None of these things matter. Okay, obviously the first thing did soap and water, but that's with anything. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. That's fucking common sense. But the distancing, no. The fucking mask, no. Always remember to follow these 5 precautions. They just were fucking piling on. And you wonder what we're seeing now.
Bringing creators, musicians, experts talking about public health. We never would have seen that before the pandemic. But being able to get creators and influencers to really be able to work with public health to spread those messages has been very essential.
Have you talked to the Biden administration at all about vaccine hesitancy or vaccine misinformation?
Well, we did an event actually with the Biden administration, including President Biden himself, with a number of creators.
Look at this.
Fauci as well. And we really saw that as an opportunity to be able to help and spread that the information that was coming from the administration and coming from experts.
This doesn't bother anyone
using
else?
creators and those channels to be able to distribute.
Look at these idiots.
Authoritative, trusted.
Look at that man.
I wonder if
The
there's
fact that
anything
he's
that you
alive and
see
not in jail.
the way
That doesn't bother anyone.
anti-vaxxers behave on the platform, if there are any data or insights there that could be helpful.
And by the way, anti-vaxxers, no one was anti-vax. Now, I will tell you, now you could probably use the word anti-vax. We were all anti-mandate. This is your news. This is the news that's going on. And people still listen to these people. Oh, I can't wait. These are the same fucking idiots that fucking are doing comedy in a lot of places saying, yeah, Trump always chickens out. Did you want him to drop nuclear bombs? You fucking idiot. You're so fucking stupid.
People understanding where they're coming from.
I mean, we try to understand what are the different ways that we can break through. So we talked about in this campaign that we did about getting back to the things that you love. We talked about, we had people that represented all different backgrounds. We had people, like one of them was actually featuring.
I wonder why they're all black. Oh yeah,
mom,
because the blacks are the most vaccine hesitant.
Like how she was thinking about. So what we really tried to do was get not just from the experts, but also people that were not experts.
The Vaccine Confidence Project. Did you see that? That doesn't fucking gall anyone else. The Vaccine Confidence Project on YouTube. In case you're wondering why there's about 6 people watching me on YouTube right now. Ooh, 17. That's my mother's lucky number. In case you're wondering. In case you're wondering why. It's because YouTube fucking got sick of me fucking pushing back. And I don't even know why I was such a big deal. Maybe the pet of the day taint was the last straw with them. They're like, this guy doesn't give a fuck about anything. Maybe they got that I was implying they were assholes. But again, anyone that's like, yeah, get over COVID, I'm going to start saying when people say get over the Holocaust. What? It's been a lot more than 5 years. They made they made a few mistakes. Watch. I guess the Germans didn't know what they were doing. Oh, they knew what they were doing. What's the big deal? Happened 80, 90. God, happened 80 years ago. Can we just move on? This happens to fucking pieces of shit. All right, let's watch the end of this. Let's watch this chick wrap it up, and then I'll tell you who she is.
We're explaining like why did they take the vaccine? Why was that relevant for them, and what was their thought process? So, and that's a place where I believe YouTube can really shine, is having experts as well as just regular creators and people give their opinions.
This records conversations better than taking notes ever could. This is
that, ladies and gentlemen, was a chick by the name of Susan Wojcicki. Hey, how do you say it? Wojcicki. That was Susan Wojcicki. Wojcicki the bed. Would you like to know what happened to her? Look, here it is. August 9th, 2024 was an American business who was the chief executive officer of YouTube. From 2014 to 2023, she was estimated worth $765 million in 2022 when she got turbo lung cancer. Because the spike protein goes to your fucking lungs and your ovaries and your brain. And she died within 2 fucking years because she was a stupid fucking cunt who wanted money at any fucking cost. Oh, you know how much I worry when fucking people in the Dabblever like, why do you live there? What? Keep chasing money. Fucking you only get so many trips around the sun, to quote Casey Musgraves. And this dumb cunt fucking tried to convince everyone, oh, the vaccine hesitancy, we got to get away from that. We need confidence in the vaccine. And it killed her. It killed her. Her greed killed her. It's not a metaphor. She sat there and acted like she was an expert about something none of us knew anything about. She had the most viable, the most important platform. The most important platform when people were fucking shuttered in their homes to fucking encourage discussion to find out what was best for every person. And what did she do? She fucking sold out for fucking money and power. And I wonder what she's doing with it now. She's fucking dead, thank God. Remember this. Remember this. Because all I did was lose fucking 3 gigs, 1 partner. Apparently, a lot of comics thought I went off the edge. And all I wanted was money and power and turbo cancer like this dead cunt. I love it. I love it. So if you don't understand the lesson from all this, fucking, I don't even think the woman ever smoked, probably. She doesn't look like a smoker. Oh. Advocate. Oh, here we go. What's her advocacy? Was Shiki married Dennis Trooper, director of product management at Google? Fucking enter. In Belmont, California on August 23rd. He's also Jewish. Oh. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. They had 5 children. On December 16th, ahead of taking her 5th maternity leave, she wrote an article in the Wall Street Journal about the importance of paid maternity leave. She was often quoted about the importance of finding balance between family and career. Oh, God. She held Polish citizenship through her dad. Didn't the Poles didn't they get fucked by the Nazis? Yeah, but she didn't care. She didn't care about being part of that. She died August 9th at the age of 56 after living with non-small cell